What's up, metalheads, freaks, and geeks? What's going on, man? Guys, as you know, I've been setting up my studio and trying to get things fixed up right so I can do some recording and whatnot and start to learn the process. Um, Boom. I'm 57, so it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks, but I'm willing to learn, man. So, yeah. What I needed to do was get some stuff up off the floor. My guitars were hanging in a cluster right here, as you know, for a majority of a year and stuff. But since I started buying equipment like monitors, 6-inch JBL monitors and stuff, I had the screen here for a little while. But right now, what I'm looking at on for YouTube when I do my shows and stuff is a 43-inch Hisense TV, just a cheap 43-inch monitor that works well, 1080p. So that's cool. But what I wanted to talk to you about is, as you can see, all my guitars are off the floor, man. Boom. I used to have my orange amp sitting right here underneath the SG and the Schecter there, but I'm going to have that on the floor right underneath it from now on, so I can just easy access to plug it in and use it instead of having it way up high where I have to get up and move around. Pretty much it was just used as a set figure, something to look at behind the scenes and stuff. But I want to make this little area of mine here more functional as a studio and for my shows. The Hippies Musicians Montage on Sunday, the Community Hang on Tuesday, and the 907 Global Music Co-op on Friday, which I hope you guys are submitting songs because I still need a few more for the American side. I pretty much have the US side covered, or the European side covered, but I could use 3 or 4 more of those in the Euro tracks, and I could use about 8 to 10 more in the US tracks, man. So US needs to step up a little bit. If you have original tracks that you haven't played on the show yet, please submit them to the comments on the Tuesday Community Hang that just happened on last Tuesday, or send me a quick email with the link to an original song, and I'll do my best to get it on here. But what I did is I got my guitars up off the floor. As you can see up on top there, they're hanging off of what's called a string swing. It holds 5 guitars, hangers and stuff away from the wall. You can hang them in any configuration you want, man. 3, 2, 1, whatever, man. But it's meant to hold 5. It could probably hold up to 6. I'm going into log walls, so putting the screws wherever doesn't really matter for me. It doesn't matter. But what I did is I came in 2 and 1/4 inches from the ends on each end, and then I came to the middle, marked that at 24, and then from the middle I went out and just took up the space in between, which turned out to be 11 inches, man. So they're all hanging on there evenly, hiding the screws and stuff, man. That's something you might want to think about when you're doing studs, but otherwise you're going to see your screws if you don't measure correctly and get it. But the plates will fit over top of the screws. You just got to get them flush with the metal plate. There's a little tube that comes with it. It's a guide, and all you need is a drill bit that fits inside that tube, the right size, and then you're going to have to pre-drill these, so make sure you're marking your walls correctly. Otherwise you're going to have drill holes all over your plate, and it's going to look kind of tacky and stuff, or you're going to have to paint it or use a Sharpie to cover up it, because it's aluminum and stuff. Make sure you have a bit that's hardened, or it's for steel and stuff. Wood bits you might screw up or doll up pretty quick, but it should get through these okay. But it's plate aluminum. It's about 3/16 or an 1/8 inch thick, maybe a little more, maybe 3/16, something like that. But it's not that thick, but it's sturdy enough to hold the guitars. I put 5 screws across the top and 3 in the bottom, 1 on each end and 1 in the middle. I put 5 across the top. It came with 8 screws, so I just reinforced the top for the top weight. And the good thing is I got solid walls and stuff, so I'm good. I pre-drilled the holes so the screws will go in better. I had to cut out little squares of fabric behind the plate because when I was screwing the screws in and stuff like before, when I had my stuff hanging here, I had to cut little X's and stuff and guide the screw in so it didn't twist up my fabric into a circle and just start ripping it out. So I had to cut the little squares out because the screws were bigger. And then yeah, so that's how I did that. I had to cut squares behind the plate of each screw with the razor blade and stuff. So if I ever had to take this down, I'm going to have little square holes or square marks in my fabric and stuff, which I really don't care about. It's easily replaced. But this is the set of my show, so that's pretty much the way it looks. Little skull over here, little heinous devil dude with a bunch of eyeballs hanging out, and then I have another white one on the other side, another skull on the other side of that one, as you guys know. But the string swing, it's like $115 roughly. If you get it from American Music Supply or somewhere else, you're gonna obviously have to pay the shipping, taxes, whatever. But Amazon, it's a straight shot. I would recommend just getting it from Amazon if you have the cash. If you don't have the cash on hand, and you can get a payment plan from American Music Supply or Zounds or Sweetwater or something like that, go ahead and do that. $35 a month, you have it paid off in a couple months. But yeah, man, there's clips that go on the bottom. If you look at my Schecter, you can see that shiny black little strip there. There's clips that go inside those rails so that when you're picking up your guitar and stuff, the thing just isn't going to pop out. Your hanger isn't going to drop out because the way they fit in there, they kind of like go up and then they flatten out. So they fit in a slot, go flat, and there's a clip that slides across the bottom of them like a little hairpin clip. They're a little tricky to get on, but it's easy. You'll figure it out. But what it does is when you pick up the guitar, if it's sticking or something like that, it doesn't make the hanger come flying off the plate and stuff like that, so everything will stay intact. But I'm happy with it. It's $110 on Amazon, 130, 40 if you have to make payments and have it shipped to wherever. If you're in the lower 48, I live in Alaska, so if you're in the lower 48, you might get free shipping from Zounds, but it might take up to a week because of the COVID stuff. And then, but still, you don't have to pay the shipping, I don't think. And yeah, man, you'll get your guitars up off the floor. And if you're halfway inclined mechanically, or have any type of carpentry skills, or can just sit back and be patient and take the time to figure it all out, yeah, you have yourself a nice little plate of metal to get your shit up off the floor, man. Boom. And as you guys know, I live in a small cabin. And floor space is at a premium here, man, because I'm 15 foot wide by 19 foot on the inside, but my cabin is 16 by 20. But if you count the 6-inch logs, it takes up a foot. So I'm 19 by 15 on the inside. Boom. I have a nice room upstairs. I could probably move everything upstairs if I wanted to. But I pretty much stay down here on the bottom floor of my cabin and stuff, and do everything from down here. And yeah, man, this just makes it a lot easier. Gets things off the floor, makes things look a little neater and cleaner and stuff like that. But yeah, man, if you're interested in one of these, I'd recommend them. It's called String Swing. They come in a variety of colors. I think there's like 5 colors: silver, black. I got the black one. They got a copper one, a white one. They got all different colors, I think, man. So you can check them out. But I think it's a good deal, man. So yeah, man. See you guys tomorrow, 4 p.m., 907 Global Music Co-op. Please submit your original music to either the Tuesday Community Hang comments or send me a quick email with just the link of the song and saying, hey, Hippie, can you play this, man? And I'll do my best to get it on the show, man. Love, peace, and hippie grease. I'll check you guys later, man. Peace out.